Good morning. I decided I would re-dye the fabric for Greta Goldbroom because I think it should have been more green, not the navy. I really like the fabric, but I just think, we'll get up a wee bit. I just think it needs to be a different colour because I'm worried that the Greta Goldbroom won't stick out on it. So what I'm going to use today is, to get it a little bit darker, I think I'll use charcoal grey in places. I'm definitely going to use the purple. Excuse me. I think I want it a bit more green, so I will use teal, but I'm going to use the emerald as well because I think that's what I used last time. And to make it a little bit darker, I'll use the dreaded cocoa brown. So I have everything, I hope. I don't have my tongs. I'm not sure where my tongs are. I'll use a spoon. So we will get to it. I will do the lighter colours first. So I'll use the teal first. I'll move you down. Might have to move you closer too. So I'm going to use the teal first, and I probably will use more than I used yesterday. I normally use about a capful or half a capful. So I've done a lot of dyeing. I haven't even used half of this yet. So I think because I can, I'll try and get that a wee bit closer, so right, maybe it's further away. Right, yeah. Because it costs so little for me to dye, because I have all the dyes, I can be a little bit more picky. It's not like when you buy a dye and you go, oh, see, that's quite blue. What am I going to do? Do I need to make it? No. No, I'll just randomly use that. Because it doesn't cost much for me to dye, I think I was saying that when I mid-sentence stopped, I can redo it because it costs so little. And that's what I really like, is that, it's not quite what I want, I'll redo it. Doesn't take long. It's now 10:30 in the morning. I think I've got too much water. How much have I got? See, that's nearly 8 ounces. I don't think I need that much. I've boiled the jug and brought the jug with me again. Oh, that wind's a bit cold. That's about a cup and a lid and a half. Somebody asked me yesterday what I do to control my migraines. I get nanotechnology. It's a company here in New Zealand called Shuzi, and they have jewellery, Oh, see, I like that. When I first got it, I only had a ring, and it helped with my migraines, but it didn't get rid of them completely. So then I bought another ring, and then I bought a bracelet, and then I bought earrings. I actually bought 2 sets of the earrings. So I have, in each ear, one earring has the nanotechnology chip. So I used to be on quite a lot of migraine medications that I had to take daily, and I still had to go to the doctor quite often and take injections for when I did get migraines, and I even had injections for at home. And I found that I really suffer from October to January. It seems to be more a climatic, I think you call it climatic, issue for me, because when we have high winds here, which is normally October and December for sure, I always had migraines then, and they were quite bad. So the injections that I had at home, I found horrible, because when you take the injection, it felt as if my hair was moving or something with my hair. I hated it. So I knew I needed to find something a little bit different. So somebody recommended the Shoesy, and I will link it below this video, the Shoesy jewellery. They said that it really worked for them, and I will be honest, I was very skeptical. I thought, I don't think it'll work, but maybe I should try it. So I bought it. It's quite expensive, admittedly, and I thought, I won't get any luck with this, but I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm not on any medication anymore. I don't need to go to the doctor for any injections. I had still some injections here at home. I've actually since thrown them out because they've expired, because I haven't used them, which is very unusual for me, because I was probably having, I don't know, half a dozen every time I went to the doctor. Right, I will do my last colour, because I think I want it a bit darker than that is. So I'm going to use chocolate. You can see my jug is quite purple. I don't know if you can see that. It's alright, the lawn won't mind. Because I don't want any more purple. I've definitely got a lot of purple on that. And I'd say that purple will really take to. That is the thing with dyeing. You think, oh, that's really cool. I really like the colour of that. It's really nice. Like the orange yesterday I did. I thought, oh, that's really good. I'm happy with that. It's so bright. And then when you wash it out, you go, it's not quite as bright as I thought it would be. But I'm still happy enough with it. I'm definitely going to put the mermaid on that piece. Yep. Right. I might even put some grey in that to make it a bit darker. Whoops, didn't shake it. So I just used the emerald and the chocolate, and I'm just putting a wee bit of grey just to make it a bit darker. I think I just need the whole piece a bit darker. I will leave this piece a bit longer than I normally do, I think, because I think it should be quite dark. Oh, it definitely took the brown. I think I only want it around the edges, the darker. This is trial and error. I probably should have divided my fabric in half. Oh, it might even take over the purple. That's okay. Let's have a wee look-see. It's just a light patch here. I'm not happy with it. That'll do. And maybe there. I think that is all I'll do. As you can see, it's super quick. I don't like playing with it too much. I'll see what I get. So it's definitely different than yesterday's. I might even just put a wee tiny bit more teal or emerald in it, because there's a few pieces sticking up that I think could do with just the emerald. I don't normally go back, but I think this is quite forgiving. I was clever today. I have put my gloves next to where I rinse, so I will be rinsing with gloves this time. See, I'm happy with that. Just a couple of spots there I didn't feel were going to get dyed. So all that, the teal that I did in the beginning, I think will be covered, because I can't see any of that now. I don't know if this will work. Like I say, it's trial and error a little. Probably a lot more dye than I normally use, because it just about looks as if it's going to be smudged, but I do want it a lot darker this time. I mean, I was really happy with the blue. It was definitely a really good dye. It just isn't. I'm concerned that the stitching won't stick out as much as it should. There we go. So anything that is in the dye will dye darker, so any of the bits that are sticking up won't. So we will see what we get. I will show you again later. I will upload this. So, oh look, how do I get blue dye on myself? Under my glove. Oh, that's all right. I will upload this after the last one, and we'll see what we get. See, I'm not perfect either. Sometimes if I decide that that's not really the colour that I wanted, I will redo it. I put my clothes on just again today just to dye. I'll once again go get changed, and I'm going to leave that probably half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. Thank you. I will post another image at the end of this of what it looks like, and I'll also have the other couple of pieces of fabric that I did so you can see the comparison. Bye. I'm back. My fabric is all dry. Okay, this is the picture that I had on my last video. This is mini North American mammals. I made it into a wall hanging because I wasn't that happy with it. It's the one piece that I didn't show in my first whip parade or even my finishing parade, because this is a bit like he shall not be named. This is it shall not be named. I haven't been happy with it. It was the piece that had the 0809 issue on it, and I had to frog a lot because I didn't like the way the 08 looked, and then it was, am I going to redo it? What am I going to do? So in the end I stitched over the top leg in some of them and frogged most of the others, but yeah, I was quite frustrated with it. My Greta Goldbroom pattern, I have got all the threads on thread drops. These are the ones that I bought from Etsy that you put the DMC label on it. And this is the fabric that I did this morning. You can see it's a little bit lighter patch there. I hope you can see. But I actually think it'll be fine still. That's probably the lightest patch. Actually really like it. I think I put all the thread drops on it to see how the colours look. My husband said he wants me to have her head near the light patch at there. So because I could actually pick the two different sides, because it's big enough to actually do two of it on it. I hope this shows all right. I'm terrible at showing fabric. It looks a lot lighter in the on the camera than it really is. It's funny when you look at the fabric, it looks like a bunny here to me. Come on, show it. See the bunny? Can you see it? It's funny the shapes that you can see in the whole piece with the dyeing. Talking about dyeing, I got an email from Stitch Me to say that the fabric that I ordered, they're about to send it. What fabric did I order? I don't know. I love Stitch Me fabrics anyway. So I'll pick one of these sides. I don't think there's much in it. I think I'll just pick it and stitch it. So to compare yesterday's to today's, that was yesterday's. Honestly, I'm terrible at this. And that is today's. It was darker yesterday in some ways. If you put it that way, it's not. There's a lot more mottling in today's, which I actually really like. And then I will compare. And that's what I had originally. So I'm a bit like this. I'll think, I like the fabric that I've dyed, but I'm not sure I'll use it, because yesterday's fabric was fine. I just thought that it could have been the wrong colour on with the threads. Talking about that. Here is the threads. I don't think it would have been too bad, but I think with the fabric that I did today, it will definitely pop a wee bit more, because this colour I don't think will show up quite as much. Sometimes it doesn't matter because of what colours you have around it. The grey isn't as prominent, the 414, which is this one. On either fabric, doesn't pop that much, but as the stitches around it, oh, there was a bit of fluff on it. As the stitches around it, I don't think it'll matter. It's only on the broomstick. Grab the pattern again. On the down here, the broomstick is a wee grey band, and I'm not sure that'll, because there's no stitches on each side. I'm not sure that is going to be as obvious. If that's the case, I can just do a wee tiny bit of back stitching around that. It's not going to be really bother me. Excuse me, still on my second coffee. So it took about 20 minutes outside for it to half dry, and then I ironed it. So I've actually had that piece of fabric finished for quite some time. I was just doing the thread drops. I did housework. I dyed it for 45 minutes in the dye, which is longer than I normally do. And I think that's why, because I didn't have my tongs and I didn't push the fabric down as much, I've got a lot more mottling in it, but it doesn't bother me. So, sorry, Coco's playing. It doesn't bother me at all. And it'll be interesting to see what it looks like when I start stitching on it. That's this afternoon's job. I will scan the pattern into my printer, then make a PDF on it, and then see if I can load it into Pattern Keeper. I may only be able to load it by a picture. That's what I did one other time. I'm also going to, because I have iPad as well, I'm going to load it into Markup RX and see if that, because I'll take an image of the key as well, see if that works really well. That might be an option. I'll use either Pattern Keeper or Markup. I'll let you know. So that's this afternoon's job, is to scan both patterns so I can do them digitally. I don't like working on a paper pattern at all. And then I will start thinking about if I need to dye anything else. Summer's a really good time. It's not summer here yet, but it's a lot warmer. So I just wanted to say that my friend Fairy Rose, Dawn, she's going to dye her fabric, I think in the next few days, for the Greta Goldbroom, and she's going to start hers on the 13th of December. And I'm thinking, can I wait until the 1st of January, or should I start my Greta Goldbroom on the 13th of December as well, and then I start my mermaid one, Tempress of the Cursed Sea, on the 1st of January. What do you think? I know I want to start both. Greta Goldbroom has been the one that seems to be the most popular for people saying to start that one. So yeah, it looks like I have a few new starts in my future. Well, I'll load this up and I'll have it show an hour after the last one, and it means that I definitely won't do a stitch with me. I am going to add a couple of pictures, I think, of the fabric. Hopefully that'll help, because the camera isn't quite showing them accurate. Neither is even taking a photo. It's quite hard. I think that's, everybody says the same thing, that the fabrics aren't quite showing quite true. They're a bit darker and brighter than they're showing. So thank you very much. Have a great week. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.